Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. Welcome to Balanced Life, Happy Life. This is a way to figure out, is there something more for you out there that you're not considering? I'm Jeff Isom, the Director of Sales and Training for Nikken. And this call tonight, this Zoom tonight, is about the idea of more, creating more balance, more happiness, encountering more joy, more satisfaction in your life in a variety of ways, and a company that might help you to do that. This is a call that's put on by Nikken and our Nikken wellness consultants who have a pretty good idea of how products, an income opportunity, a global wellness community, a philosophy that is very meaningful with a lot of purpose, how those things might help you create more. So tonight we have Barb Satterwhite with us, who's been in the nursing profession for some time and is a fantastic wellness consultant. And also Dr. Mary Bowser, who is a university professor and also a wellness consultant with Nikken. And tonight they're going to connect us with this idea of creating more. So Barb and Mary will turn the stage over to you.
Thank you, Jeff. Mary and I are excited to be here to share our perspective on Nikken and give you an overview. And we really get excited. Balanced Life, Happy Life. It's a wonderful logo. And what I want to share with you is we have in our next slide, this obviously a very happy person. She's doing what she enjoys. She's out there being happy and looking great. So humans being more. This is a philosophy that Nikken has that sets us apart from every other company, actually. And in addition to our five pillars of wellness, you'll hear more about that. But the whole idea is that we can create a better life, and humans being more is so important. So we will go on now and check on what creates our stress in life. Obviously, modern life is very stressful, and you all can identify with this list of things. I bet everybody on here has experienced stress related to most of these. And the main stressors, obviously, are things like time, work, health, family, money. The quality of life is so important, and we all experience the stressors in life. What we like to look at is your life in balance? And when we think of being in balance, we think of the five pillars: your mind, your body, your family, your society, and your finances. And is there anybody that's totally in balance? No. And we're all struggling at times to keep that balance. And think about this as we're going through the presentation, pick one or two areas of these pillars to decide which ones are you most out of balance with, and then think about that as we're going through. In fact, finances seem to be one of the major ones for everybody. And if finances are a challenge for you, put a 1 in the chat. I mean, it really is a very common thing that people have of stress when it comes to finance.
And Barb, with that in mind, we need to really remember the compounding effect. It's most important to understand and to follow. Many people think that a radical change, for that to occur, a radical change in their life, it takes a radical event. Well, actually, it's just the opposite. It's the accumulation of small changes consistently over time. That's what produces radical change in our lives. That's the compound effect that Einstein called the eighth wonder of the world. So if you want to change, have a change in income, have a change in health, relationships, happiness, or success, well, start making those small changes, but make them consistently. So what are those changes that you could make? Here's a sobering comparison. Two countries, USA and Japan. Look at the differences. Japan is number 1 in health, but in longevity, USA is number 40th in the world. We're 68th in the health index rating. Now, USA spends 3 times the money on healthcare, but it's the sicker with lower life expectancy and higher rates of poor health conditions. The difference is the focus on sick care versus self-care. So what are the health risks that we face today? As Barb says, we've got a lot of stress. Well, they're affecting our health directly. What are the choices that we make every day in the face of those stressors? We've got poor air, poor sleep, poor water quality, daily work stress all over the place, malnutrition, electrosmog. We cannot get away from the stress. So what's the answer? Well, the answer is that we can be healthy by choice, not by chance. We can choose to celebrate and to follow active wellness, and we can choose Nikken.
Well, and the exciting thing about Nikken is it was started in 1975 in Japan. We will be celebrating 50 years this year, which is phenomenal. And it's really interesting because, just as nature has evolved over the millennia, finding ingenious solutions to complex challenges, Nikken draws their inspiration from nature's wisdom to create the innovative technologies that bring harmony to our bodies. And as Mary mentioned, Japan's #1 in health. So don't you think they know something that we don't? We talk about why a wellness home? Well, the reason we talk about a wellness home is that active wellness begins in the home. And when you have an environment in your home, not only do you thrive, your whole family thrives. And our goal is that every home be a wellness home. And this whole replication of nature is called biomimicry. And biomimicry is a technological-oriented approach focused on putting nature's lessons into practice. And what I'm going to show you is a brief little video that explains the concept of biomimicry.
In a world constantly evolving, we've found inspiration in nature's timeless solutions, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered, readily available outside our doors. This is biomimicry, the art of learning from and emulating nature's brilliance, solving our problems and creating sustainable solutions. Nature is our guide, offering forms more efficient than we ever imagined, processes ahead of cutting-edge technologies and systems refined over billions of years. The human body is a highly sophisticated biological system that has evolved to be efficient, adaptive, and resilient. Incorporating principles of biomimicry for human body functions not only leverages the efficiency and adaptability of natural systems, but also aligns with the broader goals of sustainability and environmental harmony. In a natural environment, the spring water is filtered, purified, and filled with minerals that are essential for maintaining optimal functions in our body. The emulation of these natural compositions generates an exceptional source of the ideal water that every cell in our body needs for smart hydration. The Earth's magnetic field influences organisms in many ways: navigation, finding their way, or even for communication. By using magnetic and massage stimulation, we are seeking to influence the body's natural responses to restore balance and support in our increasing stressful world. Air abundant in negative ions can be experienced as a fresh air feeling, such as the revitalizing air near waterfalls and forests. Ionization technologies enhance indoor air quality and overall wellness, bringing pure air to our home. Ceramic reflective fibers work like the sun's spectrum, bringing this comforting technology to our homes. Using energy from our bodies and the environment, these fibers gently reflect a soothing warmth, promoting a sense of well-being for less stress, restful sleep, and vital energy. Our overall approach aims to bring balance in the 5 pillars of wellness by bringing nature into your home. Together, We can make a better world where we not only survive, but thrive. And you? How do you connect with nature?
So it's really simple, but what I say profound in that what we're doing is replicating nature and giving our body that environment. So we talk about creating that wellness environment in our home and think of it as a greenhouse. You know how when plants thrive because they're in a greenhouse and they have all the elements they need? Well, that's the concept that we talk about in terms of our wellness home. You know, our bodies are amazing. When we give it the right environment, we really thrive on many levels, maybe more energy, less discomfort, less stress, and the energies are so vital to life. And I love how Nikken has categorized our product line in the areas, the 5 areas that are so vital. We can't do without air, water, sleep, nutrition, and all the natural energies. And so we have wonderful product packs, if you would, and or focus on whatever area you need and are lacking. So it's a great way to encompass the product line. So what we want now, we could talk for 24 hours about our products and we know they're great and we have all kinds of examples. But what I have asked is a couple people just to share their story about how some product has benefited them. And I've asked my good friend and wonderful person, Paige Carpenter, to join us. And so, Paige, give us an example of a product that Nikken has helped and benefited you. You have to unmute.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, good. So hi, everyone. I'm Paige Carpenter, and there are many Nikken products that have helped me over the years, but I would say to highlight the very first product that I ever was introduced to was the back magnet. And I was having back problems from a very early age from a horseback riding accident. Always stiff, always sore, just couldn't find that right balance, didn't know what I should do. I met Barb, thank goodness I did, and she introduced me to this wonderful magnet. She said, put this in your kind of in your back pocket where you hurt for the duration of this meeting, and we'll talk when the meeting's over. And so that's exactly what we did. And I said, I've got to have one of these. I said, because I don't have any discomfort. I'm able to bend over. You know, I used to have to kneel down to pick things up. And because of the soreness in my back. And I was able to just literally bend over and pick something up. And I got the back magnet and the belt, and I put it, and I wore it, and I only have to wear it intermittently now because I feel so good, and it's like my go-to product. So when someone asks me, you feel so good, what do you do? And it's the first thing that I recommend is that magnet and that belt.
Well, thank you, Paige. And I can remember it was so fun to see you get the results. And that's why I call it a win-win. I get such joy out of seeing it help other people. And when they get help, it's a win-win. So thanks so much for sharing.
You're very welcome.
And now I'm going to jump over to Carol Cosby to have Carol share a story about how the products have helped her. Take it away, Carol.
Oh, thank you. I too use the backflex as well within my arsenal of Nikken products. Many years ago, I played scholastic basketball, and a lot of you may have heard this story, but I played hard, I jumped high, I fell. Basketball is a contact sport. Well, it took a toll on my body, and my back and my knees were an issue. And I lived with this discomfort for many, many years until it came to an apex, and I had to find a way to get some relief. I happened to go down to a person that helped me with something else, another health issue, and they showed me the at that time it was a mattress. I forgot what it is, but it's equivalent to our Nature Rest now, and the magnetic insoles. And I looked at her like she had a third eye on her forehead and magnets, what? But I was desperate, so I tried it for. She said take it for a week. I tell you, in 3 days, what I went through for years with being told to get operations, things like that, and have 50-50 chance of having a positive reaction versus a negative reaction. In 3 days, I felt 75% better. And within a week's time, I felt 95% better. And to this day, I still feel 95% better. This is over 30 years. I invested in these products because they worked. I also invest in some of the supplements to work from the inside out. I take the joint. And I'm just so happy. I remembered this lady, and she shared her products with me. Um, I'm just thrilled, and I feel good.
And
And it's my
it's your
birthday.
birthday. I was just going to say, so happy birthday, Carol.
Happy
Thank
birthday,
you.
Carol.
That's great. Mary, are you?
I'm here.
Oh, there you go.
Thanks, Carol. And thank you, Paige, for sharing. It's awesome when the small choices we make have such an impact on our own lives. And I'm sure they impacted the people that were around both of you. Self-care is with all of nature's energies, and Nikken's product line is uniquely focused to balance our bodies as well as our lives. So we have the technologies that are in high demand by people who are seeking alternative solutions. So as customers, how do we connect with nature? Well, it's very simple. Our new personal web pages, we just tell people to go online and start shopping. Nikken's many categories are easy to check out, and you can see what can work in your life for total wellness. You can also take advantage of the packs. And this is the best way to get the best deals and invest in your future. Start with water and then add energy or sleep, or start with 2 or all 3. You've got a choice: good, better, or best. So as a customer, it's easy to make shopping choices and add natural energies to your life. Excuse me a minute. I needed to get a swallow of Pymag water. Check with the person who invited you to see their webpage. It's easy to upgrade to be a consultant and to do the business, and then to grow your business and join the Nikken vision to grow the wellness community. So why would you want to have a wellness business? We already noted that finances are the #1 stressor across the continent. Why? Because 95% of us only learn to trade time for money, either as an employee or a small business owner. Either way, you only get paid if you're at work. Now look at the right-hand side of this chart. These folks are adding value by owning the system or having investments. It's leverage. J.P. Getty said he'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of his own. So to move from the left side to the right side of this quadrant, you need multiple sources of income, MSIs, and leverage other people's time and business systems. That's what Nikken offers us. We can go from trading time for money to creating an income independent of time. That's what makes Nikken an exciting opportunity to balance your finances. We can earn income in 3 fundamental ways. The retail model can earn up to 30% profit. The small business model can earn up to 40% when you enroll others on your team. Now that's 40% on the activities of others. leverage, and there's no cost to add more people, which is scalability. The network marketing model is for the person who wants to grow a legacy organization just because the 6% income flows from 6 generations of people. We can grow and serve and join the active wellness community and earn recurring income. Now, this network marketing concept is awesome for global impact. It can grow independent of you. You start as the small little core business unit, and when it starts, you talk to people, and they talk to people, and they talk to people, and someone sees the potential. We've got influence and impact and income, and then those people can start a business, and so on and so on. So many people can be affected. Now consider this. We can count the seeds in an apple, but we never know how many apples can come from one seed. It's so easy to share Nikken. Just like Amazon, we have a platform online. And like Uber, we're independent contractors. With Nikken, we can be both online with our social media tools and platform, as well as in person with our contacts. It's easy to communicate and to share and grow. Simple and straightforward.
Well, and as Mary said, we've got the platform. And what I love about Nikken is you can do it anywhere. When I first started out, this was 20 some years ago, I'd be going home to visit my dad in Canada. And anytime I went home, interacting with people, there was always somebody that could benefit from what I had. So, and then jump forward to all these years. I go down to my cottage a lot. I can do Nikken down there. I travel. There isn't anywhere I go that I don't build a relationship, meet somebody, and perhaps have a solution for them. So it's really awesome. And you really want to feel good every day. In fact, a good way to check on how you're feeling is take our little quiz. Ask the person that invited you to go to the website and just take the short quiz to find out, how you're feeling. So we love that we can be versatile. So, and how do we share it to prosper? It's very simple. When you join Nikken, you start with a commitment to just enjoy the incentives and offer and get a little bit of extra cash, but more importantly, just get your health together. And then you share and promote it. The wonderful products or the business opportunity are, and the purpose, our cause in what we want to do. Nikken really wants to create or is creating hope, joy, and happiness where people can thrive. And when you invite people to enjoy part of Nikken, it might be the products, it might be the business, it might be both. It doesn't matter. You just invite them to enjoy what they will benefit from. And then here's the really cool thing. Nikken does all the tough stuff. They do the research and development, they do the marketing, they do the inventory, they do the collecting of taxes, all in the warehousing. All we have to do is share it. And we get the rewards from the commission, special incentives, and the recognition. And we call this collaborative entrepreneurship. It really is the perfect gig. There's low cost of entry. There's no risk. You have a leadership development plan. It's easy to integrate into your life no matter where you go and develop relationships and build trust with people. You'll have something that you can offer. And the rewards are great. You're not just trading time for money. You can travel, and it's really the gig built with a purpose. And when we grow our wellness community, you just develop yourself, develop your team, and you have a whole cadre of people that are supporting you. You are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And every inch of the way, no matter what you're doing, you've got the support. I have to say, I think the biggest icing on the cake here is the global community we have and the support and the humans being more. It's just been an amazing family.
Thanks, Barb. I'd like to take some time now and to introduce our another guest, and that's Maggie McKee, who's a diamond leader from Canada. And Maggie, can you share your business story with us?
Thanks, Mary and Barb. I'm really honored to be invited to do that. And I'm sitting here and thinking, I joined Nikken 30 years ago. I had no idea, really. It's like having children. You have no idea what's going to happen for the next 30 years. And it's been wonderful. Initially, I was not looking for a business, but I was definitely looking for something that would help me with a chronic health problem I'd had for 30 years, that nothing in the traditional or even the complementary side of things was able to relieve. I would get a bit of relief from massage and so on, but nothing really lasted. And a dear friend who was a healthcare professional introduced me to this, and she was saying that she and her husband had tremendous results with discomfort and sleep and all kinds of things. And I thought, wow. And I'd always heard, I was a professor at the time, and as salaried income, you get what you get, right, Mary? And there are no
Oh, yeah.
tax write-offs, unfortunately. So people have been saying if you don't have a home business, you're missing out on all the tax benefits. And I think it's the same in Canada as it is in the US. It's tremendous. So when I first got involved, I thought, wow, this is great. I can get my health back because I just knew intuitively that the products worked. I grew up on a farm where, we lived in nature, and I knew that this solution, because it was a 24/7 solution, not just to go for a massage 1 hour or something, that I was in the right place. And I was so thrilled when those chronic problems disappeared, and they are still gone. If I overdo it, sure, I have a little bit of discomfort, but I think that's true for everybody. So I started out thinking, wow, I could use a bit more money because I had aging parents who lived 3,000 miles away. I had two sons in university, and I was divorced at that time. And my younger son wanted to go to university in Turkey for a year. And he said, Mom, I'd really like to go, but I can't afford to go. And I said, well, I can afford to send you. That just meant so much to me because my family is so important. As a matter of fact, I gave him a monthly stipend so he could travel for 6 months after he finished there too. So it was a great experience for him growing up. So my initial goal of $500 a month got a little out of hand. And within, I think it was 4 years, I actually walked in and quit my job at the university. It was a tenured position. And I just said, I'm done. They did not understand it, but and it was scary, believe me. I didn't know how to be even get my own benefits because I was always covered. But anyway, I managed, and I've heard so many things tonight that really echo why I'm still in Nikken. Like, why would I still be here 30 years later? It really is so many things. Like the global wellness community that Barb mentioned is bar none. I mean, to work with people all over the world who are like-minded, who share this philosophy that Nikken created 50 years ago, based on the 5 pillars of wellness, that attracted me right at the beginning because that's how I taught. I didn't teach a linear kind of way. I taught in a very holistic way. And I also, I didn't realize at the time, but I've been creating a legacy. I've been helping so many people, including my family, my friends. I have, most of my friends now are Nikken friends, which is interesting. So we travel together. We have great adventures. I've been to Japan, which I never thought I would do, but Nikken graciously paid for a trip to Japan, which was absolutely astounding. And I get to spend so much time with my family. I have two sons, one here and one in Vancouver where I live, and one in Toronto. And we see each other all the time. We go to really fun things. We cook together, we play together, we laugh together. And I think for me, that happy life, balanced life is where I am. And I can't recommend it highly enough because who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want balance in those 5 pillars of wellness? Who wouldn't want the extra income? That's not just a transaction. That's the big thing for me. I'm not a transactional person. Transformation is what I thrive on. And Nikken is definitely, the products are transformational, the business is transformational, and the community, the global wellness community is certainly transactional. So I think I'll stay around.
Well, thank you, Maggie. And we hope you do too, since there's so much that you've offered over the years. but also because Nikken is on a trajectory. So let's check that out. Nikken started in Japan in 1975 and came to North America in 1989. Since then, 2 million people have begun balancing their lives with Nikken's technology in their homes. That's over $4 billion in sales, but only 1.25% market penetration. So, oh yeah, by the way, half of that 4 billion in revenue went to Nikken consultants. Keep that in mind. Our vision is every home a wellness home. So far, boomers represent 87% of those consultants. So who's next? Well, hey Gen X, hey millennials, it's time for you to step up. You'll move fast with all of the new technologies, especially what's coming very, very soon here in Nikken. What happens when we get 5% or 15% market penetration? How many billion dollars will that be? And how much is going to be for you? The opportunity of a lifetime is only as good as the lifetime of the opportunity. We already have a 35-year legacy in North America. Nikken this summer is celebrating 50 years as a company. So there's a lot more to come.
So what's in it for you? It might be a customer. Well, you know what? That's perfectly okay. I love, love, love my happy customers. And if you want, then you can upgrade to a consultant, and that gives you some extra product discount and another way to earn some income, and become a wellness enthusiast, or you can become a community builder and build teams of people where we grow that global community and keep it. So you're really at the right place at the right time. And we have the infrastructure to plug people in. So, for instance, tomorrow night, brand night, every Wednesday night for about 15 minutes, open to anyone, we delve into a product. And I believe tomorrow night might be on digestion. So we'll take one product and give you good information on it. So it's a good way to get educated every Wednesday night. And same location as you came into this call. And then on Thursday nights, by invitation, if you're interested in the business, then you can get some coaching by a couple of our leaders, which really gives you a good head start. So the whole idea here is feel good every day. Be happy. I love the idea of, The Happiness Advantage was a book that we did years ago and by Sean Akers. And one of the quotes that I always, always remember and love, he says, most people think when they're successful, they'll be happy. He said, it's the other way around. When you're happy, you'll be successful. So enjoy whatever it is you do, because it's the happiness factor that means so much. And we're just excited because this is such a happy group. Like I said, the community is unprecedented. It's the best big family that you could get into. And we really are thanking you for joining us tonight. Would love for you to check us out. So Jeff, it's back to you.
Thank you so much, Mary and Barb and guests, for sharing tonight about this amazing company. It's a fantastic introduction to a company that really allows people to create more of whatever it is they're looking for in their life. So if you were invited to tonight's presentation by someone, do reach out to them and find out how you can learn more about this amazing company. We gather every Tuesday and give an introduction to those people who are interested in learning more. So you can bring friends, family, whoever you'd like to join us. But thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Thanks again, Barb and Mary, for the presentation. Have a great evening, everyone.